Welcome back, Tribe! It's your girl Michelle Jones here with another episode of Tribe of Many Nations. And I feel like being overdramatic and weird today, so get over it! So it is only fitting that during the 31 days of Halloween, we take a closer look into the minds of our favorite slashers and serial killers. Now, we've already delved into the dark recesses of Hannibal the Cannibal and Freddy Krueger, but today we are going to take a deep dive into the mind of the super methodical, dark, and surprisingly simplistic Jason Voorhees. So just like with Freddy Krueger, people love psychologically analyzing our favorite killers, even if they're fictional characters, and I was able to find a Myers-Briggs personality test for Jason Voorhees. And let me tell you, he is vastly different from our beloved Freddy Krueger. So apparently Jason Voorhees has a Myers-Briggs rating of INT/J. Still don't really know what that means. But I had a very good laugh at the following characteristics that I'm about to share with you guys. So to start it all off, Jason Voorhees is a very non-complicated guy. He simply hates people, except for Mommy Dearest. And he does tend to thrive on being alone. Now, he obviously loves his mother way too much, but overall he adopted her kind of philosophy of being a very methodical killer. It's more of like a get-him-quick mentality, which, to his credit, has landed him the most kills of any horror movie slasher to date. Now, in Jason Voorhees' mind, he is a justified killer due to the neglect and the bullying he suffered as a child at the hands of the camp counselors, and the simple fact that the counselors kind of, killed his psychotic mother. He feels justified in killing all the camp counselors, and really all teenagers that remind him of them as well. Now, one issue that Jason has is that he tends to get tunnel vision. He tends to get very obsessed with the killing and hones in on his victims, and that usually ends up in his demise, which is, a temporary demise, because they always come back. Now, Jason Voorhees is most definitely not a suave sociopath who can fit in and fake being normal. He couldn't care less about fitting in, and honestly couldn't even if he tried. I mean, he's kind of like undead and rotting and stinky and scary. Now, Jason is a hunter and an ambusher, but he is unable to rely on his looks or his normalized behavior to lure people in. So it literally becomes a chase with him. It's a chase. It's not like a stalk. It's not a, ooh, come back to my home, or ooh, come for a ride with me. It's a, I'm gonna chase you through the woods and hack you into little bits with whatever I have available. Now, of course, he tends to use blitz attacks with whatever is handy. Of course, he's renowned for the machete, but he has used all sorts of stuff. Arrows, just random bits and pieces of things to kill and hack and destroy. He's definitely all about quantity versus quality. Now, unlike Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees is not a sexual sadist. He doesn't prolong his victim's death so he can get off on it. He's pretty to the point. To the point. Now, Jason's problem is, of course, he's stuck in the past. He can't let go of the fact that his mom was a psychopath and got herself killed. And he also can't let go of the fact that he was kind of killed, neglected, abused, and bullied possibly by the camp counselors when he was a child. And in many ways, he's pretty much like a giant freakish child still. He has no ability to cope with his anger or his pain from the past, and so he just hacks and destroys. But he's this giant fucking wrestler looking dude, so it's a little more intimidating than a 2-year-old having a tantrum. Now, Jason Voorhees is painfully antisocial, obviously, with no ability to sympathize or empathize with his victims at all. One thing I thought was interesting is the fact that he may have schizophrenic tendencies or symptoms or something like that, because throughout some of the sequels you'll see him hallucinate his mother, and she's always super proud of the fact that he's killing and murdering all these people. And I would even go so far as to say that maybe he has taken on his mother's personality a little bit. Not so much as a Norman Bates type of thing, but kind of stepped into her role to fulfill that because she was killed and couldn't finish out her murderous rampage. So he's kind of doing it for her. Overall, Jason Voorhees is a very lovable and yet creepy psychopath to the core. Creepy. Obviously, there's a huge supernatural element to all of my favorite horror movie slashers, and he keeps on coming back for more. I'm never surprised whenever I see a remake or a sequel or some random tidbit that has been created with Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers. Speaking of Mike, he will be later this month. So what do you guys think about Jason Voorhees? Do you like the movies, Friday the 13th series? Do you like any of them at all? My favorite one was, I think, Jason Goes to Manhattan, just because it's so outrageously ridiculous. But comment down below with your favorite Jason movie, or your favorite Jason kill, or whatever you want to talk about. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow on, what is it, day 13 tomorrow? Yeah, something like that. Of the 31 days of Halloween. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. I need to see them likes, people. Not to sound too pushy or bitchy. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? What is happening? You need to just hit that subscribe button now, because we are having a 31 days of Halloween party shindig thing going on here. So I love you all. I will see you tomorrow and for the rest of the month. And yeah, that's it. Let me stop rambling.